Alright, so today we're going to be testing a one-shot crossbow build, but before I start testing the damage and see how high we can scale it, I need to show you an older video of mine called The Most Optimal Way to Gank Gatherers in Albion Online. Alright, so with that, this is the build in action and why I'm testing the damage. Now, this is from over a year ago, and I'm not going to play it with volume, but essentially what I did was I found someone skinning in the red zone, and I went right off their screen, and then I flagged up. As you can see, I'm flagging up, and the way this build works is it allows me to stealth up next to them while I'm off screen, so I'm invisible right now. I also have a mage cowl with poison on it, so this guy can't see me unless he's using hacks. I can appear right in front of him, immediately fighting him, poison him, and hit him with big burst. So he had 2025 HP, alright? And he also had leather armor, so he's medium armor and he's about 2025 HP, and he was able to mostly get off screen. Now, this is just using a 4.1 crossbow, 4.1 mage cowl, and, you know, tier 4 potion. Remember when they were on the right side? Also, I didn't have the beef stew going, so I did lose some potential damage there. But what I'm trying to do is see how much more damage I can do if I scale up my spec. Okay, now, that video was taken at 100 spec, but remember, we can go up to 120 now. I also want to see if over the last year that this would still be viable at all. So we're going to be testing the damage today with a tier 5 crossbow, which is basically a 4.1. It's actually cheaper now. And just a 5.1 just to see how much more damage we could do if I spend a little bit more money. But essentially, this is just a test at 100 max spec across all crossbows, and then we're going to scale it up considerably to see just how much more it does. That's all this video is. So first we need our baseline test, and what we're doing is we're doing one full combo on the training dummy. So we're going to simulate this like I've dismounted off screen. I'm going to activate my poison, activate my stealth, and I actually forgot to eat the soup, or the stew. I also want to point out that for the mage cowl, I'm simulating my spec in the game, which is I have a max scholar cowl and everything else is about 50. I think it's a little bit more, but the mage cowl is also 100 because the spec on your mage cowl determines the damage of the poison from it. Also, the higher, you know, the more item power, the more poison damage you do. So let's simulate this now. I'm the ganker, I'm off screen from the target dummy. I'm going to activate my poison helmet and my stealth, and I'm going to run up right next to this guy, to this target dummy right here. We're going to throw a poison potion at him, which we're going to, yeah, there we go, throw the poison potion. Didn't use my armor. There we go, and one full blast there. So that knocks him down to 7,254 HP. Not bad. So this is the result of the first test at 100 spec, 5.0 crossbow, 1,136 item power. Remaining target HP. We're going to go ahead and put on the 5.1 now. Same deal. I'm going to make sure that I use the same exact setup for it. And we're going to do the test and see just how much more spending a tad bit more money on the crossbow, basically the equivalent of a tier 6 crossbow, does for our damage. And again, same deal. Activate helmet, activate stealth. Walk right next to the target dummy. This is important for our mana costs, okay? So undo stealth, undo that. And that did like a couple hundred more damage, I saw. Alright, 6,800. Oh, well, the poison's still ticking away. That's part of the damage test. 6,573. So the results are that we dealt 681 more damage. I don't know. I don't feel like that's correct. That feels a little bit too much for just jumping up above one enchantment level. So I'm going to do the test again with the tier 5 crossbow, and we're going to see if that original number is still the same or not, or if I just goofed up something or something happened. I don't know, but we're going to do the same thing. Mage cowl into stealth. I think my mage cowl might have wore off on the first test, so let's see if that was the case. But yeah, that last... Okay, yeah, that was what it was. That last auto attack from the Q crossbow is what you want to hit. So it's actually 6,823. Okay, so here's the actual numbers on our first test. Now, the reason I'm keeping the footage in and not reshooting the damn thing is because I wanted to... Now you know the difference of the Mage Cal and how much more damage it brings to the table, okay? So, the first test was what? Well, the correct damage difference of, you know, going up one enchantment level is 250 damage. Whereas, we didn't have the Mage Cal in the actual first test, and it was something like 600 damage. So, you're looking at an extra 400 damage from the Mage Cal. Just the Mage Cal alone adds massively to your ganking potential. And of course, if we were using tier 8 potions, but honestly, those things are kind of expensive. I'm trying to make a cheap set here for ganking, okay? Now, let's continue on with the test on higher specs. Let me show you what that's going to look like, okay? We're going to go to our crossbow, and what we're going to do, since everything's already 100, we can only go beyond. So I'm going to go and push this to 120. So 120 crossbow is going to change our item power to 1,182. And here we go again with the test. We stealth up to our gatherer, our little victim. We get right next to him. Hurl the potion. Hit our armor so we cast faster. And then we hit him with the Q. He's running away by now. And then there we go. We let the poison start ticking away. At this point, he's panicking. And that dropped him down to 6,713 HP. So what this equates to is if we dump 50 million combat fame credits into crossbow... Okay, we only get 110 more damage with our full combo. That's not really impressive at all. Whereas just going up one tier of damage, of course, like just from 5.0 to 5.1 is 250, which is huge. Especially when ganking other players. If this actually still kills gatherers, it's hard to say, honestly. I'd have to go out into the red zone and spend hours trying to find someone actually gathering and being completely oblivious that I'm inches off screen flagging up on them. Which, that video that I showed at the start of this video actually took all day to film, and I think I got 2 good examples out of the whole thing, so it's a very lengthy process. But so this answers my question. Should I dump combat fame credits into my one-shot little ganky build here? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. I think that scaling the damage up this way is not that good. Not that good at all. I don't think it's worth it, so I don't really feel the need to test this further and increase my crossbows, all of them to 120. The damage would be extremely small for the full combo. It's just too expensive for the barely pitiful amount of damage you're getting. Well, hopefully this video helped anyone out there that might have max spec crossbows. Again, this video is mostly just for me, so I can know for the future. This combo's fun and cool and funny to use, but pushing it to 120, absolutely off the table, not worth doing. There's really no reason. Even if I like to go Energy Shaper 8.3 into like faction warfare and laser people down, that damage ain't worth it either. Heavy crossbow damage ain't worth it. Light crossbow, it ain't worth it. Weeping Rapier definitely ain't worth it. Boltcasters, I've tested this, not on video, but I've tested the damage of having max spec versus 120 versus all of them 120 ain't worth it. There's just no reason to push your crossbows to 120, I feel like. Anyway, guys. So, Benji, thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment. I read every comment. Make sure you comment on other people's comments as well. Don't just talk to me, talk to each other. And if you want to financially support me, click the thanks button. It's a one-time monetary donation, which will show up in the comments. Very cool. If you want to become a channel member, it's $5 a month. It's like being a Twitch subscriber. Click the join button down below this video for that. You get access to private, more personal videos. One of those videos that I made is a video on how to be a YouTuber. It goes over how to edit, how to record, how to tag, title, thumbnail, search engine optimization, all in 40 minutes. I think it's worth $5. Check it out if you're interested. There is a members-only playlist in the pinned comment. So, if you want, you can look through all the members-only videos. If one interests you, feel free to pay that $5 to become a channel member. Thank you guys so much, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's video, because I make videos every single day. Take care. Bonus footage! That's right, bonus footage! You didn't click away from the video, so you get the extra little tidbit. Ooh, yeah, man, what's up? So, we're gonna test the Mage Cal and see if that's the sleeper of the build. We maxed it out at 120 spec across the board, increasing its damage by a whopping 50. So, here we go. Woo! Bonus footage, bonus. Say it in the comments so people know. Bonus footage, bonus. Bonus footage, bonus. bonus damage, DPS testing bonus damage. Meow! Alright, look at that poison take away. Yes, kill him, kill him, get him! Alright, how much was that? 6,678. So, we're doing it live. That would be 6,678. Okay, so how much more damage did we do? We take the calculator, we do 6,713, and then we subtract it by 6,678. We did 35 damage. Wow, Mage Cow, you suck.